So today we're going to learn how to make puff puff. You need water, warm water, sugar, salt, yeast, nutmeg optional, then some flour. You need a big bowl. You add your flour to the big bowl. Puff puff is a very favorite snack for kids and adults alike. So add flour to a bowl. We'll add our sugar. We'll add yeast, our salt, and then we'll add our nutmeg. Now the water we use is very important. The water has to be lukewarm, so you need to feel if your hand does not burn, you know the water is. If it's too hot, it will kill your yeast. So we're adding 2 cups of warm water to our flour mix. Now after the 2 cups of warm water, if you feel it's a little bit sticky, you can add additional 1 or 2 tablespoons of water to it. So I'm going to use my hand and mix. So we mix. I'll show the consistency you are looking at. So you don't, if it's too watery, your puff puff will not form as ball. It will not form a ball if it's too watery. So I'm going to show you now. The stick, it needs to drop like a ribbon. It needs to drop like a ribbon. The way it's dropping here, that's when you know it's ready. Anything more than this will be too watery, and you won't get that perfect shape you're looking for. Then after you've mixed, the next thing you want to do is to cover it and keep it in a one place to rest for 45 minutes. Thereby it will now double in size. If your yeast is not active, it will not double in size. You can see our yeast pockets. You can see the yeast pocket. That means our yeast was very much active. Now I have 2 methods of doing puff puff. Some people don't know how to cut it neatly, but I can show you an easy way. If you have a Ziploc bag or you have a piping bag, it's fine. So you scoop some into the piping bag or your Ziploc bag. Now remember, your oil has to be very hot in the sense that when you drop your batter into it, it will float. That shows that the oil is ready. So we are going to snip the tip of our piping bag. Then of course the test is very important. You don't drop puff puff into water oil that's not hot. So you get a pair of scissors. After snipping it, you push out, you press out some parts of the puff puff out. Then use your scissors. I've done this video in the past before, some years ago, when my student had difficulty trying to cut the puff puff. So I taught them this method. So with this method, your hands won't be sticky, and you can determine the size you want your puff puff to come out by the way you cut your bag, and how much pressure you put when you are pushing it out. Now another important thing about puff puff is that if you start, the oil will be very hot, so you quickly have to reduce the fire, turn down the flame a bit, so your puff puff will cook in and not just be brown. For second method, you need to dip your hand in water if you can. Cut it without the water. Some people need that water to make it cut neatly. So I'm going to use my thumb and press against the next finger. That's the way you release your puff puff as balls into the hot oil. You press and you release. You press and you release. You don't want to overcrowd the pan as well. So you can see the balls, perfectly shaped balls. You can make it smaller, but this is the way I like my puff puff. Not too big and not too sweet. And remember, your heat needs to be adjusted as you fry. That's our puff puff. They can enjoy with cinnamon